Hello. I have not done a reading for a while, so let's see what the collective needs to know today. So I grabbed the cards and was kind of shuffling them before, and the devil came out, and then I split the deck to the devil. So let's see what comes out in the reading. What does the collective need to know? I feel like that wants to come out upright. Transition. So yeah, it's if you're listening to this on the actual date that I posted, it's the 222 portal. And so this is all about like that Hanged Man, like that transition period. Like we're at this like threshold moment. And so this is about like calmer waters ahead. So you might be feeling kind of stressed out lately. And I kind of just glanced at one of the other cards, and I don't even know what the card is yet, but it says hardship at the top of it. So I feel like you're coming out of this transition. You're moving away from things that don't serve you, right? So this is like inner healing, moving on. Sometimes that threshold moment is the most uncomfortable moment. And then the Hanged Man came out. So the Hanged Man, so you might be feeling trapped, confined, self-limiting, uncertain, lack of direction. That's the threshold moment. That is the moment that is the hardest for us to sit into. And that's when we get back into our cycles where we loop into like past behaviors. 133 as I look down. So I decided last week, so I had made these spell jars like back in the 999 portal when it was this full moon lunar eclipse, and the energy was very potent for like healing and transformation. I made a bunch of spell jars. They're on my website if you want to check them out. But the first one that I used it back when that portal was open, the 999 portal. This was the crown integration jar. And so I kind of worked with this, and I was feeling like the tingling in my crown like all the time. And so about 2 weeks ago, I was like, you know what? Like at the time when I made the spell jars, I put them in sleep. I put them to sleep because I made extra ones for people to purchase. And then I made some that I wanted to use for myself, but I didn't, 222 as I look down, but I didn't want to use them in that moment. So I decided to like put them in like basically a sleep. So I set the intention, I did all the stuff with them. And so about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I started working with the shadow jar. This is my shadow jar. It's actually like a really beautiful jar. And I just felt called to like pull that out. And I was also already kind of in the process, we're in this eclipse energy, right? And so I was already in the process of kind of like integrating that shadow stuff. Like I had old behaviors coming up where I was like procrastinating, where I'm like I produce a lot, and then I procrastinate and I don't do anything. And so I've been in this state of like kind of limbo right now where I'm just not feeling like the old version of me, but haven't quite fully stepped into the new version. And so I was working with this jar a lot and just kind of tuning into my body and writing down what came up. And so, and again, I just love the way it feels. It was a gentle integration for me. And then yesterday I activated, so with all my spell jars that I put to sleep after I create them to sell, I put this in this like remission state where I do a spell that puts them to sleep, and then I have an activation thing to wake them up, right? And so I typically like to do the chant like 3 times. That's just what I do for myself. You can do however it feels aligned to you. You can light a candle with it. You can do whatever you want. But I yesterday activated this one last night, and this is my rebirth jar. And so I don't know why I waited till this moment, because it's weird. We're in the middle of an eclipse season right now as well. And so the fact that I chose this time to activate these jars for myself feels very aligned. And I never had an intention of when I was specifically going to use that energy, because I was like, I have enough transformation going on. I don't need any more, right? But I felt like it would be supportive in this moment. So anyway, this is the one I'm working with currently. And I thought it would be cool to be able to share the experiences of what I'm having as I'm going through this. And I felt last night I felt things kind of shifting. And right after I activated this jar, I had like sacral area pain, like kind of like that sacral chakra. So I was having like cramping, and I don't know that it was related to this or not. I feel like it was. ChatGPT was like, no, you need to go seek medical attention. I was like, no, I'm actually fine. So anyway, obviously, if you feel like you need to seek medical attention, do so. But anyway, I just thought that was very synchronistic, because also look at the color at the top of the jar. Totally the color of the sacral chakra. So anyway, that just felt very aligned for me. I love working with magic in that way, so maybe that resonates with you. So sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent, but I felt like I wanted to share that. So if you're still here, let me go through the rest of the reading. So I got that you're in this transition period. You're feeling like trapped, stuck, stagnant. You can work with magic in so many ways. Not even necessarily just the tools I have. You can do whatever ritual. ChatGPT is great at like helping you come up with rituals on different things to do, and then add your own magic to it. That's what I do when I create these jars. So then what came out was the Lovers and the Five of Pentacles. So this to me is like, so Five of Pentacles, it's like that temporary financial hardship. So you're being asked to like have faith that you are coming out of this era. And so it's like taking those little action steps every day to like normally I'm in this state of like feeling stuck and I don't do anything. And then I just do everything I need to fix it all at once. And then I get exhausted and the cycle repeats. I've been in this loop for a while. And so I'm just noticing it. I'm doing like, I feel the need to make like several videos right now. Am I going to do that? Probably not, because that's my habit. That's my routine of what I usually do. So I'm just going to post probably this one. I might make another one, but we'll just see. So then I got the Lovers card. So this to me is like also, oh, I was thinking yes, no. You might be a Gemini too. The number 6 might be significant. My personal values system lead me to love. So it's like making choices for yourself that are self-loving so that you can, if you desire, attract the love that you deserve and want. So major choices: love, soulmates, temptation, being put to the test, kindred spirits, perfect unions, partnership, relationships, romance, desire, connections, shared values. So it could be somebody coming into your life that you're going to meet, or it could be, you know, it is eclipse season. So we all know the exes come back around during eclipse season. And what I find is that, you know, I don't react the same way when people reach out to me from the past. I don't feel, you'll know when the contract with that past person is over when they reach out to you, and you can either like feel like relief or like just genuine like love from them on a soul level. Or if you're like, oh man, I don't know if I should respond to this. And if you're like in your head and in the ego, then your contract's probably not complete. You might have more stuff to do with that. And it doesn't mean seeing them. It just might mean like you're still working through processing and letting those things go. My blue dragon I keep looking over there, so that might be significant. Standing your ground. So yeah, setting those healthy boundaries for yourself. Standing up for beliefs, fighting your corner. So this to me is I was actually listening to someone earlier talk about this, where you might be in an era of your life where people are going to come in that are going to stand up for you in a different way than you've ever experienced. Like I've always had people leave when I'm in the midst of turmoil. Like I haven't had a relationship where someone has stuck with me through something difficult. They always walk away for whatever reason. It's the path that I chose for my soul. And so I've done a lot of stuff alone. And so you are out of that era. If you're connecting with this, like this is all about like people coming in, soulmates, partnerships, friendships. The people that are coming into your life now are supportive. And just know that if you're in an uncomfortable time right now, that you're just releasing all this old crap so that the new stuff can come in. So let's see, one more card. 9 of Wands, resilience. So yeah, you're feeling drained. So just rest right now. rest right now. Things are coming in.